Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the dangerous web of deception, intrigue, and high-stakes drama unfolding at Turning Woods. Jocelyn Jacks has made a move that could change her life forever, but is she ready for what's coming? Let's unravel the mystery together. Jocelyn's ultimate gamble, a choice that could alter everything. Jocelyn Jacks is no stranger to bold moves, but this time, her determination could push her into irreversible danger. Known for her fiery spirit and relentless pursuit of justice, Jocelyn has never hesitated to stand up to villains who threaten the people she loves. However, the situation at Turning Woods is different. The threats aren't just distant whispers in the dark, they're immediate, tangible, and potentially deadly. The 2025 General Hospital preview teases a pivotal moment in Jocelyn's journey, one that will force her to make a decision with lasting consequences. Could she be walking straight into the jaws of a trap, set by none other than the sinister Cyrus Renaud? The lines between right and wrong have never been so blurred, and if Jocelyn isn't careful, she could end up crossing a line she can never return from. A dangerous dance with death. Will Jocelyn strike first? Jocelyn's crusade to bring justice for Dex Heller is driving her forward, but obsession can be a double-edged sword. Every step she takes at Turning Woods is a calculated risk. She's not just investigating, she's baiting a snake, hoping it will strike so she can deliver the final blow. But is she truly prepared for what that means? If Jocelyn does find herself alone with Cyrus in a life-or-death showdown, what will she do? Is she capable of pulling the trigger, metaphorically or literally, if it means eliminating the threat once and for all? While she may think she's in control of the situation, Cyrus is a master manipulator. He doesn't just react, he orchestrates. If Jocelyn underestimates him for even a second, she could find herself on the losing end of a deadly game. And then there's the question of morality. Jocelyn has always been a fighter, but she's never taken a life. Could she live with herself if she did? Or would the weight of that choice haunt her forever? If she doesn't act, will she be forced to watch helplessly as Cyrus claims another innocent victim? No matter how this plays out, she will never be the same again. The shadow of a serial villain, Cyrus' darkest secrets. Cyrus Renaud isn't just another run-of-the-mill criminal, he's a seasoned predator who thrives on power, deception, and calculated violence. His influence stretches far beyond what most people realize, and even behind the guise of a supposed reformed man, his reach is extensive. His track record at Turning Woods is chilling. The digitalis overdoses that have mysteriously claimed patients' lives point directly to him, yet he continues to operate in the shadows. This is a man who has made a career out of slipping through the cracks of the justice system, covering his tracks with meticulous precision. Even when evidence seems to point his way, it somehow vanishes before it can be used against him. Jocelyn may believe she's the hunter, but what if she's actually the prey? Cyrus doesn't just attack, he waits, watches, and strikes when his enemies least expect it. If Jocelyn isn't careful, she may not even realize she's in trouble until it's far too late. A moment of truth, the ultimate showdown approaches. The most terrifying possibility? Jocelyn could walk into a moment she never anticipated, catching Cyrus in the act. If she does, she will have only seconds to react. Will she interrupt him just as he's about to inject another victim with a fatal dose? Will she make a split-second decision that could mean life or death? And if a physical struggle ensues, what happens if she manages to wrestle the syringe away from him? The idea of Cyrus becoming a victim of his own twisted scheme is almost poetic. After all, how many others have fallen to his lethal methods? Wouldn't it be fitting if his own treachery came full circle? But fate is never that simple. Even if Cyrus falls, the aftermath could be even more complicated. Jocelyn would have to answer for her actions. Did she act in self-defense? Was this truly an accident, or will she be seen as someone who took justice into her own hands? If Cyrus survives, the battle between them will only intensify. He will have every reason to go after her, and his revenge will be unlike anything she's faced before. If Jocelyn thought she was in danger before, she hasn't seen anything yet. The Turning Woods infiltration, Jocelyn's secret mission. Jocelyn's entire involvement at Turning Woods began with a calculated plan to get closer to Cyrus and uncover the truth. She knew it was a high-risk mission, but what she may not have fully grasped was just how deep the deception goes. On the surface, volunteering at a care facility seemed like a noble effort, but in reality, it placed her in the direct line of fire. The walls of Turning Woods hold secrets, and some of them are far darker than she ever expected. Now that she's entangled in this dangerous world, she can't just walk away. She's also dangerously close to being exposed. Cyrus isn't stupid. If he senses that Jocelyn is there for more than just community service, he won't hesitate to neutralize the threat. And in his mind, neutralization is a permanent solution. A reckoning awaits. Will Jocelyn survive what's coming? Jocelyn has always been strong, but this time, strength alone may not be enough. She needs strategy, allies, and a plan that goes beyond simply confronting Cyrus. The stakes are higher than ever, and one wrong move could cost her everything. So what happens next? Will Jocelyn successfully gather the evidence needed to take Cyrus down once and for all? Or will she be drawn into a battle that spirals out of her control? One thing is for sure, this story is far from over. The chaos brewing at Turning Woods is only just beginning, and Jocelyn Jacks is at the heart of the storm. Next, we're diving into the emotional roller coaster that is unfolding for Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, Dante Falconeri, and the complicated relationships entangling them. What does fate have in store for them, and could this lead to unexpected heartbreak and new beginnings? Let's get into it. Brooke Lynn's secret, a teenage past she hopes stays buried. Brooke Lynn Quartermaine has always been a woman of secrets, but there's one in particular that she prays will never come to light: her risky, wild teenage history with Dante Falconeri. While the past may be long behind them, some things have a way of resurfacing at the worst possible moments, and if Brooke Lynn ever has to confess what really happened, it could shake up everything in her life. Dante has always viewed Brooke Lynn as a close friend, but what if that perception shifts? What if those buried memories come flooding back? Their current bond is strong, built on years of mutual respect, but will an emotional crisis bring them closer than ever, or tear them apart? As they navigate uncertain waters, the weight of the past could press on Brooke Lynn in ways she never expected. A moment of vulnerability, can friendship turn into something more? Neither Brooke Lynn nor Dante planned for any of this. Their connection has always been solid, but right now, both of them are facing emotional turmoil that is leading them down a complicated road. Brooke Lynn is struggling with the heartbreaking reality of her marriage to Harrison Chase, especially now that she's come to terms with the fact that Chase can't have children. The love she has for her husband hasn't faded, but this devastating revelation has left her feeling lost, unsure of what the future holds. Dante, on the other hand, is dealing with his own turmoil. Being suddenly iced out of the PCPD's investigation into Sam McCall's killer has left him feeling both betrayed and powerless. His heart aches from the growing distance in his life, and just when he least expected it, Brooke Lynn was there to offer comfort. That one simple embrace in the Quartermaine stables spoke volumes, offering solace to both of them in a way neither had anticipated. Could this be the start of something neither of them saw coming? Or is this just a fleeting moment of support between two people who desperately need it? Sometimes, the most unexpected connections are the ones that change lives forever. The Dante and Lulu factor, a love story in limbo. While Brooke Lynn and Dante are being drawn toward each other in ways they never expected, there's another factor complicating everything: Lulu Spencer. For years, fans have waited for Dante and Lulu to have their long overdue moment, but every time it seems like the timing is right, fate intervenes. Now, with Lulu's awakening happening right after Sam saved her life, Dante's emotions are more tangled than ever. Lulu's return is a constant reminder of everything Dante has lost and everything he's still unsure about. The wounds are fresh, and every time she comes up in conversation, it feels like salt being rubbed into an already open sore. While Dante tries to make sense of his feelings, the possibility of rekindling something with Lulu feels more out of reach than ever. With no clear path forward for Dante and Lulu, could he allow himself to fall into something new? And if so, would Brooke Lynn be the last person he ever expected to turn to? Chase and Sasha, a possible unexpected pairing? If Brooke Lynn and Dante do find themselves crossing a line that can't be undone, it won't just affect them, it will send shockwaves through their relationships. Chase has no idea that his wife might be finding solace in the arms of someone he considers a brother on the force. The betrayal would be enormous, but what if Chase also finds himself drawn to someone new? Rumors are swirling that Chase may end up in the orbit of Sasha Gilmore Corbin, a woman who has been fighting her own personal battles. Sasha has had more than her fair share of heartbreak, and now, with a baby in the picture, she may be looking for stability, something Chase has always provided in abundance. Could Chase's loss of Brooke Lynn lead to an unexpected new beginning with Sasha? And if that happens, would Brooke Lynn even have a right to be upset, or would it all be too tangled to make sense of? A love triangle, or quadrangle, in the making? The way things are shaping up, we could be looking at one of the most complicated love stories in General Hospital history. If Brooke Lynn and Dante do develop deeper feelings for one another, how will they handle the inevitable fallout? Would Brooke Lynn be willing to walk away from her marriage for a chance at something new, or will guilt keep her tethered to Chase despite everything? Dante's emotional conflict over Lulu will also play a huge role in whatever happens next. Even if his heart is leading him in a new direction, will he ever be able to fully close the door on Lulu? The uncertainty surrounding his future could end up being the very thing that keeps him from making a move at all. And then there's Chase. If he finds himself growing closer to Sasha, does that mean he's moving on? Or will he be holding on to the hope that Brooke Lynn will come back to him? There are too many variables, and every decision made could send the characters down completely different paths. What's next for Brooke Lynn, Dante, and Chase? There are no easy answers in this tangled web of emotions, but one thing is for sure, there's no going back. Whatever happens next, it's bound to send ripples through Port Charles in ways no one saw coming. Fans are already divided, with some loving the idea of a Brooke Lynn and Dante romance while others are rooting for Chase to find happiness elsewhere. If there's one thing General Hospital does best, it's keeping us on our toes. Will Brooke Lynn and Dante take the plunge and explore something new? Will Chase be blindsided by what's happening right under his nose? And how will Lulu's presence continue to shape Dante's decisions? Stay tuned as the drama unfolds, and make sure to follow along for all the latest updates, because things are just getting started. This is one love triangle, maybe even a quadrangle, that no one will want to miss. We're breaking down the most intense storylines unfolding in Port Charles as February sweeps bring shocking betrayals, hidden paternity scandals, and a revenge mission that could change everything. With emotions running high and alliances shifting, let's dig into what's coming next. A shocking alliance, Carly and Nina team up for revenge? If someone had predicted that Carly Spencer and Nina Reeves would join forces, no one in Port Charles would have believed it. For years, their relationship has been defined by resentment, betrayal, and fiery confrontations. From Sunny Corinthos to Wiley Corinthos, these two women have battled over everything that matters most. But now, a shared objective has brought them together in the most unexpected way, destroying Drew Kane and Willow Tate's relationship. For Carly, her involvement raises eyebrows. Why would she suddenly care about Drew and Willow? Is she truly invested in this takedown, or is she using Nina's vendetta as a smokescreen for her own ulterior motives? Carly is known for playing long games, and if she's aligning with Nina, it means she sees something to gain. But what is it? As for Nina, her reasons are far more transparent. She wants complete control over Willow's life, and that means eliminating any influences she deems unworthy. Whether that stems from a twisted sense of maternal love or sheer possessiveness is still up for debate. Could Nina's desperate need for control push her too far? This alliance might appear convenient, but the reality is far more complex. Can two women who have spent years trying to ruin each other truly work together? Or is this an uneasy truce destined to explode? Maxie's jaw-dropping news, the baby daddy bombshell. While Carly and Nina scheme, Maxie Jones is caught in a whirlwind of drama surrounding Sasha Gilmore Corbin's pregnancy. For months, Sasha has been carrying a secret that could change multiple lives, but now that secret is at risk of coming out. Maxie's bombshell revelation, people are starting to believe Jason Morgan is the father, hits Sasha like a ton of bricks. Considering the truth that Michael Corinthos is actually the father, this false assumption might seem like a blessing in disguise. After all, Jason's legacy is one of mystery, danger, and heroism. With Jason believed to be dead, there's no one around to confirm or deny these rumors. Could Sasha allow this narrative to spread to keep the truth hidden? But the problem is, secrets don't stay buried for long in Port Charles. If word gets back to Michael, the consequences could be catastrophic. Will Sasha take control of the situation, or will she get trapped in a web of deception that spirals out of her control? Another major concern? The people who knew Jason best, Carly, Sam, and Sonny, might not be so easily convinced. If they start poking holes in the story, Sasha could find herself backed into a corner with no escape. Will she risk everything to keep Michael's involvement hidden? Or will the truth come out in the most explosive way possible? Dante's heartbreak, a vow for vengeance. In a deeply emotional moment, Detective Dante Falconeri accepts the unbearable truth. His fiancée, Sam McCall, is gone forever. As the weight of her death crushes him, his pain turns to something far more dangerous, an unrelenting thirst for justice. In the new General Hospital promo for February 3rd, Dante delivers a chilling statement to Sam's grieving loved ones: all that's left now is to go after the killer. It's a moment that signifies a shift in Dante's character. He has always been a cop who played by the book, but now, his world has been turned upside down. Will his personal loss push him over the edge? Will he still follow protocol, or will he start bending the rules in his desperate need for vengeance? One name looms large over this investigation: Cyrus Renaud. If there's anyone capable of orchestrating a cold-blooded murder, it's him. For years, Cyrus has been a shadowy force of destruction in Port Charles, weaving his network of crime while dodging every attempt to bring him down. But this time, he may have gone too far. Dante's commitment to finding Sam's killer means Cyrus' days could be numbered. The real mystery isn't whether justice will be served, but who will be the one to pull the trigger: Dante, someone else in Sam's inner circle, or a vigilante working outside the law. February sweeps, a perfect storm of drama. The landscape of Port Charles is about to shift in ways no one saw coming. With alliances forming, betrayals looming, and secrets unraveling, February sweeps is setting the stage for some of the biggest General Hospital moments of the year. Carly and Nina's uneasy alliance is one step away from imploding. Will their truce hold, or will they turn on each other the moment things don't go their way? Sasha is playing with fire by hiding Michael's paternity. How long can she keep the truth buried, and what will happen when it explodes? Dante's relentless pursuit of justice could push him to the brink. Will he stay on the right side of the law, or will he take matters into his own hands? The stakes have never been higher, and Port Charles is on the edge of chaos. Who will fall? Who will rise? And who won't make it out of February sweeps alive?